It is time for the morning run. Good morning, runners. Dukes the Scoop is in the building. Big Dog Chico, yours truly, Uncle Neely. Special teams coach Michael Pollock will be joining us today. We're going to talk, man, WNBA. We're going to talk Colorado football. We're going to even talk Georgia high school football, Dukes. Buckle your seatbelts. It's the morning run.
Hey, runner, it's gonna be one of those fast-paced shows today. We're gonna be on the fast break throughout the show. So y'all, well, we're gonna try to. Here we go.
I signed that, Chico. I don't know.
Uncle Neely,
Rarely do our plans happen.
Right. Well, we do plan to have on Coach Pollock on the show,
Yeah.
and things of that nature. But hey, I'm gonna just pass it to y'all. I'll be working back here in the background, make sure things go right. Let's go ahead and get going and get this Golden State offense going on today's show.
I'm finna bring that thing up the floor like Draymond while Durant holler for the ball. It's smooth, turn it over. Hey, but speaking of hoops, Chico, Dukes, WNBA action tonight. Got some game threes, which is, in the WNBA, game 3 is it. It's tied. Some of these series tied 1-1. Your Atlanta Dreams, one of those teams, man. What are you looking for in tonight's performances, Duke?
Man, I just want to see if if the Dream can put together a consistent performance. That they like to be perimeter based, but as far as when you think about somebody like Brittany Griner accepting her role coming off the bench, can she be that spark plug? And when they get into in the late minutes of the game where you need those extra fouls and people want to go to the paint. So I definitely think that the Dream pull it off. I think they favored by 5 or 6, I believe. Like that was really an upset the last game. Like the Dream really, I think they won like 14 of their last 16 going into the playoffs. So them even losing that game, a lot of people were talking about what the Aces did, but the Dream had been going off ever since Brittany Griner went to the bench. So I think going forward, now you'll probably see the Dream kind of show their pedigree tonight. And now Atlanta teams always got the jinx on them. But no, I think the Dream pulled it off for sure.
Man, I'm going to go with the Fever.
I'll
go with the Fever in this one. I like what I saw in that game, too. I'm with you. The Fever are the underdogs. I think that what they were able to do in that last game was get in the Dream's head, particularly with some of the calls or lack thereof. They played a physical game, took the Dream out of it. The Dream went more and more back and forth with the refs instead of getting back in transition on some of the calls. And I think just as much as the favorite, the Dreams, are motivated to close it out, I think the Fever are motivated to show that they can win this with Caitlin Clark on the bench.
Yeah. Only thing that I say is, like, when you think about Alicia Gray going 4-16, and I just don't, she down there 50% for the season. I just don't see her having a now that probably has a lot to do with Aaliyah Boston defense. She had a great game. But I just don't think Alicia Gray goes for, like, shoots anything like that. And when she does play low, the Dream do as well. For them to even be in it and even make that second charge that they did in that game with her playing so poorly, I think that it bodes well for the Dream going forward, because you haven't seen her have that type of game twice in the season. And damn sure not back-to-back games. So I think she's going to be the key, man. So shout out to AG.
The other one is out west, man, the Storm and the Aces. The Aces, man, Vegas have been doing the thing for years now with the big in the middle. Then you got the Storm with Diggins, who's, of course, been a veteran in the league for a while. What are you seeing out of that one? What's your expectations?
Man, I ain't going to cap you down. I ain't even watched that one. I just been really focusing on the Dream. But for me, knowing what I do know about, like, what I do know, I mean, when you talk about what the Aces have been doing over the past, like, what was it, 16 straight to go into the playoffs?
Yeah, it might have been 18.
Yeah, man. Like, I was surprised that they got one. Like, but the Storm are like, it was 17-game winning streak actually. But the Storm really, it's a well put together team. You got a lot of veteran leadership. They can score it whether inside or out. But I just think, like, the Aces, the pedigree is just too strong. I think they gave up one. And I think this is one of those ones where Yeah, if you play 9 times, the Aces probably win. I mean, if you play 10 times, the Aces probably win 9. And I just think that the Storm got that one that they would have got early.
I'm with you on that one. We're in total agreement. They got the Aces by 8.5. I think it might even be more than that. So I'm going with the Aces as well. But I won't be mad if they keep that camera on Skylar Diggins. I won't be mad at that now.
No, for sure, man. That I would say that's one time Teague time would be. I wouldn't be mad at Teague time.
we got Manny in the back. I see.
Shout out to Manny.
Shout out to Manny. Also, man, in action tonight. This is Thursday, so Thursday night football. The Dolphins and the Bills. I don't even know how much we got to talk about this one because I know damn well you ain't with the Dolphins on this. Because the Dolphins have been playing. I know you in the MIAO, but ain't no way you got the Dolphins over the Bills.
Man, look. So I got 2 on my fantasy team. I got Tyreek Hill on the fantasy team. I got Jalen Watt on the fantasy team. And I got Devin Achane on the fantasy team. So maybe I'm just in fantasy world. But this is a make or break game for the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins have beaten the Bills in 7 or 8 games. I think it's like an 8-9 game winning streak. It's somewhere in that range where the Bills just had the Dolphins number, and that includes the playoffs. They know when they go up to Buffalo, it's dead. But the Dolphins are traditionally a warm weather team, and they've struggled ever since they went out to Kansas City a couple of years ago and it was cold. They ain't been the same since. In the playoffs, was it Kansas City they went to? Yeah, I think it was Kansas City a couple of years ago. And they ain't been the same team since. Now, you start to see some signs of life last week. Tyreek Hill finally eclipsing 100 yards. Jalen Waddle catching a touchdown. Devin Achane having a good game. So I think that what teams have done is said, all right, the NFL is predominantly a cover three league, and because you expect the safety to be able to cover that middle ground. Well, teams say, just leave 2 safeties high, and we're gonna stop your run with our front 7. And that's what they've been doing, and that's been the kryptonite to that Mike McDaniel's offense, is where they just keep everything in front of you. If we can't run with you, then all right, we just go get a 10-yard head start, and we don't have to run with you. So I think now you got to see Mike McDaniel go to the second level of his offense, which is going to be, man, get back to running those short crossers, get back to dinking and dunking and getting these guys in space, get back to some jet sweeps, get back to getting and you have a big running back that you just drafted. Excuse me. You got some size in the backfield again. Man, use it. Keep these guys honest. I think this has to be, like, this morning on Get Up, they were literally calling for Mike McDaniel's job in a way, saying that, look, if you're going to fire him, this is the week to fire him because you got 2 easy games. That Mike McDaniel hears that. So I think he's going to come out with the game plan of his life tonight. So in an upset, and for my fantasy hopes and dreams, so I can get this bread, I'm going with the Dolphins.
Man, as much as I love for my brother to get his bread, you might as well unplug that toaster because you ain't gonna get no bread on this one. If 50% of what the Bills were able to do with the Ravens shows up against the Dolphins don't stand a chance. I do hear what you're saying, Dukes, and I agree with everything you're saying. I just think that's the notion in the game plan. But when your opponent is on the other side trying to dictate what you do and don't do, I think that's going to change it. I do think the head coach is on a hot seat. I think he gets somewhat of a pass, though. If you really look at the totality of the situation, 2 or the 3.5 years Tua was hurt and hurt bad. And so part of his overall record, anybody loses their starting quarterback, back-to-back seasons, you're going to be 50-50 at best. So I think the hot seat is heating up, but you have to look a little deeper because of the quarterback situation when Tua was injured. But going down the road, if this continues, man, he is up out of there. Because it just did not produce the wins with the commensurate with the talent that you have. When you look at, again, I know Tua was hurt, but when you look at Tua, you look at a receiving core, you look at what was once on that defensive line, a lot of people have gone in and out. I think the Dolphins underachieved with the roster that they had the past 3 to 4 years. And this is just one of those games, man, with talent for talent, pound for pound, mano a mano. I just think the Bills got them outmatched. But I am with you. I go back to school days, Ossie Davis in that locker room. Do you want me to lose my job? This is one of those games.
Right. Yeah. Chico, what you think?
What I
Dolphins,
think
Bills.
is, Dolphins need to just what you said. This is their chance to step up and get a win. Tua has, I think, still something to prove. I think this whole team have something to prove. They got a lot of playmakers on the Dolphins squad, but can they get over that hump of beating Buffalo Bills and even like you said in the playoffs? Because that's been the thing. You can have a great season as the Dolphins, but then when that cold weather comes and they have to go travel to a KC or to a Buffalo, that's when the problem comes in. So they need to be trying to find a way to get home field advantage and bring those teams down to Miami at some point, And who knows if Tua doesn't perform this season, man, like y'all said. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I don't disagree with it, man. You gotta win your division before you can win your conference. And hell, at some point, for positive reasons, you need to be the most talked about team in your state. And when you look at Miami Dolphins, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Miami's third out of third. Like Coach Prime say, ain't nobody care. Because they've made themselves like don't nobody want to talk about it. Ain't nobody interested. Because you look at the trajectory of the other two Florida teams, like they are headed upward, and Miami is trending downward. So I think Vegas, they got Buffalo 11.5.
Yeah. I mean, they
Right.
know what's going on.
Let's say they lose this game. Let's say the Dolphins lose this game, man. What do y'all think the future for Tyreek Hill is in Miami?
Man, I know if Tyreek Hill can apologize, I know somebody that can use him right now. My homie.
Who that?
Mahomes.
Back to KC?
Man, if he listen, I know what he said. Tua's the most accurate quarterback he's ever been around and all of that. But that's the perfect place for them. They need each other. There would be a need. I think you could figure that out. I mean, you got some young wide receivers there in Kansas City, but I don't think anybody has a need for Tyreek Hill like the Chiefs do right now to be able to stretch the field and open up the run game for Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. They both average like 3 yards a carry right now. And then also to be able to let Travis Kelce get even more open, because right now he does like he's not getting the same separation that he was getting a couple of years ago. So he needs somebody to be able to go over the top. Yes, Hollywood Brown has been serviceable, but he's really your number one receiver, so he has to run all the routes, the entire route tree. You could literally bring Tyreek Hill back, and need to put Hollywood Brown back in that deep roll route where all he's running is the fly routes and the bang gates, and let Tyreek Hill run underneath and run everything. I think he could be the perfect complement to the Chiefs to kind of help them. And they always seem to make a move like that. Every year, the Chiefs make some kind of move where it's like, how did y'all let the Chiefs get him? So I think that would be the perfect place if this thing crumbles in Miami, which they lose this game. They got a real winnable game the following week. I don't think it might make if they can't go 0-4. I think they blow it up.
Yeah, they got the Bills. They got the Bills coming up tonight on Prime Video, and then
is it the Panthers?
No, they got the Jets, then the Panthers.
Okay, yeah, the Jets, yeah.
You got the Jets, Panthers, and Dolphins, then Browns, and so you would think that they should be able to get 2 out of the next 3, huh?
Man, I mean, really, if you look at how they playing,
come on, dog, dudes. If you go pick the Dolphins over the Bills, you tell me you ain't gonna pick them over the Panthers and the Browns.
Man, this is an emotional win, and it's also tied to my bank account because I've been in Miami for a week. So, hey man, the food ain't cheap, the entertainment ain't cheap. I need them tonight. If they don't win tonight, F them.
They have Monday Night Football on the 29th versus the Jets. Also, aim for the Dolphins, I would think.
That was a very selfish prediction.
Yeah, so what I'm seeing, Chico, in that, as much as I got them about to be 0-3, they in the next 3 games could be 3-3, which turns down the
Very
heat
much
on
so.
that hot seat.
Right. They'll need that. And then that fourth one could be versus the Browns. They could be right back in this thing, over 500. By what, week 5? What is that?
Chico, this
6?
applies to UAB, Selma, Mendenhall Tigers, Jackson State Tigers, Colorado Buffaloes, just like it applied to Miami Dolphins. It's 2 things got to happen on the way to a championship or division title or whatever it is. You got to beat everybody you're supposed to beat, and you got to beat one person that you wasn't supposed to beat. And when you squander one that you were supposed to get, now you got to get 2 that you ain't supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's going to be the Dolphins' challenge going forward is, hey, where we get it back at?
Yeah. I was going to say, it reminded me of something, but I don't know if I should make that analogy right there, kind of like running off with the plug or something, or you lose one and
Please, by all means, please share it with us.
the plug come looking at. But anyways, now you got to replace it. But, since you brought up Colorado Buffalo, let's go there. I'm not going to go back to no hood stories or nothing like that.
No, I really want to hear this hood story. I want to hear this plug story.
No.
Please, Chico, please. You
don't have time today. We got to get off.
Please tell us. You know you want to.
Go ahead on, Chico.
Bus versus Wyoming.
Because of
Cowboys, Minnesota Folsomville, 8:15 kickoff.
Cuz I got to slide in a minute, man. Come on with it.
I got to slide to it in a minute. We won't be on here long, guys, but let's go ahead and
come on, cuz.
Don't come back and tell that damn story, man.
Come on with it.
We can't go there today. We have to tell it on Uncle Chico. That's Uncle Chico's story right there, too. That's a nighttime story right there, dog.
Okay.
All right. That's.
Come on, he that thing.
He. There you go.
What, threw it out of bounds?
Threw it smooth out of bounds. Hey, he hit the popcorn, man.
I throw it out of bounds. I'm accurate with my passes.
Now, you got to see how the camera goes. See, if I throw it like this, I'm throwing out of bounds.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
On the way through that too.
There you go, boom.
There we go.
I'm not trying to sway you, Chico. I'm not trying to get you in no kind of trouble or nothing, but Keisha Love says she wants you to tell the story if that might motivate you.
Keisha, I'll tell you. I'll pillow talk and tell you the story, Keisha Love. All right.
Chico, I ain't gonna cap you down. That was pretty smooth. I ain't even hating on you, my boy. Go ahead,
Feel
cuz.
me?
Go ahead, cuz.
Lay your head on my pillow.
To get this story, you gotta have your t-shirt and your. All right. Colorado football.
Yes, sir.
Let's go there. I think we might have Coach Pollock coming on.
Take her through there. Take her through there.
Let's talk about some special teams who've been special this year and been on point the whole time. But you have Wyoming coming in, and we're trying to right this quarterback shit. We're trying to stop the run. We're trying to have a dominant ball game. You've been out there at practice. You've been seeing what's been going on. There's nowhere else to go find out what's going on with the Colorado Buffaloes. They're right here on the morning run. No speculation. From your perspective, Unc, tell us how the practice been going this week. What do you expect when
it's been going good, man. Last night, Coach Prime moved the practice tonight. Today will be a night practice as well. The guys were engaged, locked in. The theme has been, consistency and accountability. And I think folks have stepped up to that, not just the players, but the coaching staff as well, and realizing that this is an opportunity to be at 500 on the record books, but also, more importantly, your next game start just a swath of conference games. Everything from that point on matters and matters greatly because, again, what I said earlier, no disrespect. You had a check mark on that Houston game. You counted that one. Dukes, when you was playing spades with your mama, rest in peace, Mama Phillips, you had books you counted. And then one of them books that you counted, like, damn, I ain't see that cut coming. Now you got to get another book somewhere. because the goal is to go to the Big 12 championship. That is still on the table because most of the conference haven't even played a conference game yet, and you're just 0-1 in conference. But what you need in this Wyoming game is not only a W, you really need a confidence building W. You need to do some things that you haven't done consistently. You need to have some accountability. I love why Coach Prime picks the words that he does and intensifies them, because that's what you're going to need going into the conference play. You're not looking ahead, to BYU next Saturday night. But this is the game that starts that trajectory. Like, all right, ain't no play no more, Dukes. Like this for real now.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just even when you play in spades and you lose that book after that, and when it get down to to time, the grind time, the classic way to talk across the board without talking across the board is to say what? Play to win.
Yep.
Play to win.
My mom used to say to me?
That's a fact.
My mom would hit that Benson Hedges. She said, if you got it, you better get it. Don't look at me.
Right.
Man, if
you got it, better get it. When in doubt, you better get that book.
You hear me? And I think that's perfect for what Colorado needs to do. It's like, listen, it ain't no need to be playing around. Whatever works. We don't care nothing about no identity. We don't care nothing about how you get it, get it. If the running game is working. If the passing game is working, throw the ball. If defense, if man ain't working, go to zone. Be as basic as you can and play what you're given. Play the hand that you're dealt. Take what they give you and dominate. And I think that's how you got to play. It's not about trying to figure out, okay, who's our best mix? Who's the best guy right now? You can't afford it. Like the liberties that you were able to take in the Delaware game, you can't afford to take against Wyoming. It's like, being able to rotate quarterbacks and rotate different positions to see who's going to perform well. You got to go with your best guys and put them in the best position. Take what the offense and the defense gives you and play to win.
Play the damn win, dog. That's simple as that. You see something
working? I damn near be ready. Hey, look, I damn near be ready to turn the table over. I hear somebody say play to win. Like, you talk across the table.
Yeah.
But it's the truth.
I'm just making a statement.
Real ones ain't got to talk. When you don't play with your partner long enough, you ain't got to talk. Eyebrow movements, tilts of the head,
Yeah.
You know that right there. Those
right.
little subtle movements, the body language will talk.
And we love to be able to hee on this show. And here's a hee. Jeremiah Brown just texted me, Chico. He said he will hop on.
Okay.
So be looking for him in the background as well.
All right, shout out to 4-2, inside linebacker, grad student for the Colorado Buffaloes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you go back and look at that Wyoming game against Utah, of course, Utah's in the top 25, I think, at about 20 right now. It's 31-6 was the final. Colorado Buffaloes are favored by 2 touchdowns. But as I said, Chico, before, when you played like a Delaware or in years past when you played a Colorado State or North Dakota State, those first 2 quarters, you're going to be in a fist fight. Because the lack of depth on one team hasn't exposed itself yet. And when you look at that Utah game, first quarter, Utah 3, Wyoming 0, second quarter 0-0, and it was in the third and fourth that Utah, put up 14 and 14 for a final score of 31-6. So I say that to say this: if we can do what Coach Prime has worked on this week and start fast, instead of it being 3-0 like Utah was. We can do some different things going throughout that game. But these guys are coming in here to play ball. They have a tough team, a well-coached team. Their offensive coordinator was a previous offense coordinator here. Their running back coach, Coach Flea, has been with Coach Prime since his coaching career. So, you have some things there that they're going to try to fit and mix and match with us. But the biggest thing is start fast. That way you can really exploit things in that third and fourth quarter after halftime when you're hoping that the difference in depth would be starting to be evident then.
Yeah. And I think they're on that offensive line, in those trenches is where you have to try to lean on, and tell your offensive line, hey, man, we're coming behind you this game. Go ahead and let's get the run game established. Let's go ahead and lean on this defensive line. Let's see if we can have them rotating in and out, get them tired, keep them on the field as opposed to having us on the field throughout this ball game. And it's about moving those chains to getting up. If we happen to not get up, we have to force turnovers. And we have a guy who recovered a fumble, who had a couple turnovers this season and some last year. And let's bring on the big hitter right now, the inside linebacker, number 42, Jeremiah Damn Brown.
What's up, y'all?
What up, Jay Beasy? How you feeling?
JB.
I'm good. I'm good. How about yourselves?
Man, no complaints. We welcome you onto the Morning Run Live, man. Appreciate you taking out the opportunity. We were just talking about how's practice been this week. You had a night practice last night and team meetings and stuff. What is the vibe of the team and what's the vibe of the linebacker room?
Oh man, for linebacker room, I'll speak for it first. Man, we all about putting our head down and working right now, holding each other accountable. That's been the word of the week. Holding each other accountable and not just saying it, but actually doing it. Somebody get on to you, don't take it in the wrong way or like he got something out for you. Take the coaching from your teammate, and that's the only way we're gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. JB, let me start here. Brace yourself, put your seatbelt on, because I got to get your perspective on that because you my guy.
Yes, sir.
What went through your head when you missed that sack and you realized you had missed it?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was thinking too much. I came off free, and as soon as I came free, I automatically thought about the Nebraska sack I missed last year when I was wide open on Dylan Raiola. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna do the mirror hand. That's why the hand went up, mirror hand, and don't let them spin outside on me. Because quarterbacks when you free like that, they like to make you think that they don't see you, and
Yeah.
then last second they just step up or spin out. So I was trying to guard that spin too heavy and tackle the too high. Bad eyes on that. Just got to trust myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that coaches have always preached, man, that particularly your coach, Andre Hart, is that eye discipline, trust your eyes, be
Yep.
what you're supposed to be. And I know, like, I was in the meeting room when that play was one of the plays where, a potential game changer. And I know your commitment that won't happen again. And it's just part of that accountability factor. So talk personally about this mantra of accountability and plays like that and how you bounce back from it.
Oh, so I can't be talking to my teammates and stuff, telling them to be accountable, and I can't hold myself accountable. When I missed that play, Coach Hart called me and told me it was going to be in the team meeting, and Coach Prime was going to talk about it. I was like, hey, I messed up the play, so I can't choose the consequences that come behind it. You know what I'm saying? I can't determine that. But what I can determine is when I go on the field and do my job. That's on me. But I can't determine how the coaches react to it. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's a horrible reaction, like, oh, to get into you, or if it's a good reaction, that I got to do my job, so I can't choose that.
Yeah. Week by week, Jeremiah, how do you guys like the mindset as far as going into the ball game? You might not know who's starting, but let's say someone else is starting and you're on the sideline. What's your mindset? What's your focus? What you're thinking while you're on the sideline before you get ready to go into the game?
Just stay ready, because all of us are more than capable out there, going out there doing our job. So we got to cheer on each other when we go out there, because the next man up, somebody can go down the next play, and you got to go in there probably finish out the game. And it's about you got to play the hot hand too. So like sitting on the sideline, you got to take those mental reps. So Coach Hart always stand all the way behind the defense. So even though those two linebackers are in, we getting the mental reps while we out there. So we going through the calls. One of us got the headset. Okay, we giving it out like we talking to the safety on the sideline to make sure we all on point.
And
Yeah,
then
I love that. Go ahead, Chico.
I was just going to say you have AD Adelius Thomas in the linebacker room too. Can you talk about what he brings? Being a former All Pro and with the Ravens and such. Talk about what he brings to this linebacker room.
He bring a whole different perspective from it as far as like playing in the league. And don't get me wrong, Coach Hart is a great coach, and he gets us to the point that we need to play at. But Adelius just brings a different perspective in for us and showing us the league. And we ask him all the time about Ray Lewis, how they did it. Bart Scott, we was talking about Bart Scott yesterday,
Right.
and them two dynamic duo they
Hey,
had.
we can't repeat that conversation here now.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But he just brings in that different perspective, especially playing like he played every position. His nickname, I think they call him like the coach or something, the dictionary or something. Cause coordinator. I knew it was something. Cause he's just so smart and he breaks it down. He eyes, hands, feet, just exactly what Coach Hart preached.
Mm-hmm.
JB, when I see you on the sidelines, two questions for you here. One, when you're out of the game, you're always staying near your position coach and I hear you verbalizing what the call is, even if it's just to yourself, you're still mentally locked into the game. First question is why is that so important to you to instead of taking a break that you're still engaged?
Yeah, I mean, you can't have no pity party or nothing on the sideline. Because when I'm out there in the game, them boys cheering me on. So when I'm on the sideline, I need to be doing the same, cheering them on, and then also taking those mental reps. Because it's bigger than me. It's about the team and putting the best guy in a position to go make the play.
You teed up part two perfectly for me there about the team goals. When you look at as Coach Prime calls them, face ring. You look at Reggie,
Yeah.
you look at Tay, you look at Sean and yourself. Walk me through each one of those guys and something that they bring to the table that, say, for instance, another one doesn't when he's in the game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we all bring something different to the table, as y'all know. Like Reggie, sideline to sideline, like you not outrunning him, and his blitzes is crazy. Tay very instinctual. He playing the passing lanes, and he great at open field tackling. And then you got Sean in that box. Oh boy, he the truth. And he like instinctual, like he like Luke Kuechly. He know the plays before they come in, and he strike blocks and get off of them. And then myself, I'm just a communicator, and I'm coming down striking blocks, doing my job.
And you're also transitioning from outside linebacker to inside linebacker. Talk about that transition and the different nuances of those positions.
Yeah, at first it was rough for me, especially that 2023 season. 'Cause I was playing like teetering line between both. But it's a whole different ball game. On the ball, linebacker, you rushing like you going to get the pass. You ain't think about nothing else but beat this guy in front of you. You get the call and play. Just play fast. Linebacker, you kind of got to slow it down, see the whole picture, and make sure everybody on one accord because you the quarterback of the defense. So you got to tie in
Mhm.
everybody. We tie in with the front and we tie in with the secondary. So it's a lot more
What
to it.
what has helped you the most in reading the guards, from that inside position and the slow more being more slow flow rather than just coming off the
Right.
edge, screaming off the edge? What has helped you the most inside?
I would say watching more tape and understanding what I'm watching and not just watching it like it's some TV. Because at first I was just
Mhm.
watching it like it was TV, but
Yeah.
understanding the personnel and the formations. Teams are repetitive, so if you get beat on this, they're coming back too, and they just gonna flip the formation. And I got that from watching Ray Lewis on one of his baldy breakdowns he was doing with Roquan Smith and them.
Mhm.
He was like, "Look, I got beat on this play before," and they just flipped the formation. And they tried to get him again. He picked it off and took it to the crib.
Mhm.
So it's just little things like that. Just understand the personnel and down the distance. And Coach Prime be on us hard about that down the distance because it will tell you to play.
Yep.
Yeah, he wanted to work on that first and foremost this week. Ones on ones, first
Hmm.
and 10, second and 8, and then flipped it to third and 8 and like third and 3 situations
Hmm.
because of the situations in which we gave up yards. And speaking of that, let's talk about like the totality of the defense. And I think you guys, as far as what I'm seeing when I'm in the meetings in the building, is that from Coach Livingston, all the way down, really took that Houston one personal and have made a commitment to bounce back from it. Talk about some of those lessons learned and why y'all looking forward to not repeating those mistakes.
I think for us, I speak for the players wise. I can't speak for the coaches, but players wise, definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So it go back to the accountability part. We've been preaching accountability, but we haven't really been acting it on ourselves. The coach has been more so holding us accountable, more so than ourselves holding each other accountable. So and then it's taking the meeting times. Like now we starting to meet together as a defense, so we all get on the same page. Not no coaches, just players. We all talk through it and walk through it and understand what we're gonna be at. Okay, how you gonna play this? You know what I'm saying? And it'll help us out there. Because when you get on the practice field, that shouldn't be your first time seeing it.
Yeah, man, that's spot on. Because I love when y'all did the defensive meeting. One of your linebackers, Tay, was first supposed to jump up and speak as a player to the players, and
Mm-hmm.
started with personal accountability, like owned up to what he didn't do well in the game, and what you guys
Definitely.
can count on going forward from him.
Definitely. Yeah. Tay is definitely one of the leaders in the defense. He's very vocal. And if he mess up a play, he'll come and tell you my bad, and he won't take it personally when somebody get on to him for it.
Yeah. That's huge too. You got to be able to take it when
Hmm. Yeah, that's the thing about being a leader. You can't just give it out. You got to be able to
someone's
take
trying
it
to
too.
call. Let me just go ahead to something else. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I was going to ask. Oh, we're going into this game this weekend. Hey, 8:15 kickoff. What are you guys' mindset and thoughts for going into this game versus Wyoming?
Oh man, just come out here and play smash mouth football and play our brand of football and really build our identity as a defense to show that we can stop this run and just trusting our teammates. That's what it all comes down to. If you go back and watch the tape from the Houston game, it's us not trusting each other. So somebody washing out their gap, or you in your gap and you come out the gap like I did the first play of the game, that Houston game, not trusting my teammates to do their job. So it's all trusting each other, and that's what you're gonna see.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I looked at Wyoming versus Utah, common opponent there. We're going to play Utah in a few weeks and playing Wyoming this weekend. And the first two quarters were pretty close. Utah 3, Wyoming 0, then a 0-0 second. But it was in that third and fourth that the stretch really began to happen. Why looking at that and that common opponent Utah, why is it going to be important for y'all as a defense, to stop these guys early, send a message early, and thereby give the offense more opportunities?
Yeah, I mean they're a good offense. Don't get it twisted. And as you've seen from the Utah tape, but for us, as far as what we got to do is come out and set the tone early, like you said, and punch them in the mouth. That is relay a message to everybody on the field and on the sideline that like, hey, these boys ain't come to play. The whole game plan, we'll throw it all off if we come out there and punch them in the mouth. And as far as like what Utah did, you go back and watch the tape. That's all they did the whole game. Play hard, fast, and you could watch the tape. The communication that they had between each other on defense, man. Every play they was talking, and I think that's something we can learn from watching that tape.
Absolutely, Chico. Look
Hey, I mean, we ready for the game Saturday, and we froze a little bit, but I didn't hit it the end part. But we waiting Saturday. We excited for the game Saturday. Anything you want to leave us with, JB?
Nothing at all. I just leave it on the field.
So
Y'all can watch.
Okay, well, let me say this then. Shout out your city, your state, your family, some people you want to shout out that might be listening in.
Shout out my dudes for the continued love and support. She always there for me, and always sending me text messages, calling me, checking up on me. Mama, I love you.
And we love Mama too, and them cookies and pies and cakes wouldn't hurt us if you want to send something.
Hey, I gotta tell my grandma, Cherry Rankin. Yep.
Gotta get them on Prime Parents.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Get them on Prime Parents. Gotta get them before you get up out of here, man. Been a long ride. I think you've been one of the longest tenure Coach Prime players there is, right? Coming since the freshman at Jackson State.
Now we're model.
Yeah, me, Mata, and TB, Tyler Brown.
Yep. Man, shouts out to all you guys, man. Hey, we're gonna get ready to close it out, man. Thank you to JB for joining us.
No problem. Thank y'all for having me.
See you later tonight in practice, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right,
JB. Hey, man. Once again, the morning run. Appreciate everybody checking in. Hey,
Chico,
be ready, dog.
This shirt is on Uncle Chico.
That shirt is on Uncle Chico. Show it to him then.
The shirt is on your little pregame show shirt. The old school logo, like you like, man. Go to Unc at chico.shopify.com, man. Get y'all some merch.
Yes,
you got the three-headed monster right there, the morning run logo. You got Deuce to Scoop gear. You got Big Dog Chico merch. You got pregame merch, varying colors. And just, man, go through the site, pick what you want, get in how you fit in. Because I'm telling you, it's quality. It's quality.
You feel me? And you'll look good on game day. And as Debbie Garcia said, when you wear it around out in public, somebody might say something to you. So be ready for it. All right. Best damn show on the internet that you can find with Uncle Chico, Dukes the Scoop, talking about CU football right here on the Pregame Network. Make sure you follow us, like, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. The morning run. We're going to be up and about it. Same. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah.